Hello, your sexy sweaty brothers here coming at you with another video. That picture I sent you was of the snake method. I'm sure you've seen them on YouTube. That's kind of my setup. I'll turn the phone in here so you can look. I got 2 rows of charcoal, and I have every couple inches just a third one in the middle. And I see how I got my wood separated. Over here on the end, I'm going to put some lit coals that I'm heating up right now. That'll slowly cause it to burn around the perimeter. I'm going to show you my setup because I think you can still do this on your little grill. I'm not sure if you got vents on the bottom. I'm sure you have to because the ash, I would imagine you clean it out through the bottom somehow. But I'm going to show you my setup that I got. So I got my grate down here. Let me put it on. So after I put the lit coals down there, I'll have my main grate. And then what I do is I got a second grate that I wrapped in tin foil. I've used this quite a few times if you can't tell. Just center that on there. See, I got space all the way around for heat and smoke to come up. And I guess you could just find a slightly smaller variation that'll fit your grill. And then I got my cooling rack right here. What I do is I just take a couple soda cans, put them on there, put the cooling rack on there, and then I'll put my meat right on top of the cooling rack so smoke can get around it at all sides. And then I got a little can of water that I might put on there sometimes, depending on what I'm smoking, if I want extra moisture in there. But I'm sure you could do something very similar to this with your little tiny grill there. Obviously, I don't know how much height you're going to have, but I'd imagine your grill's probably big enough to do a little rack of ribs or maybe a small pork shoulder or something for pulled pork. You can give it a shot doing this method, and I think you'll like it. Just use your top vent to control the temperature. So I'm doing ribs. I'm doing some baby backs, jerk style baby backs. I'm probably going to smoke those between 250 and 275. I'm going to try to keep it in that ballpark. If it gets too hot, obviously shut the top vent. It takes a while for it to naturally cool down. If you open the lid, you can cool it down quicker. However, you'll give more oxygen to the coals and it'll heat up again before it cools down. So just shut the vent a little bit and give it like 15 minutes or so before you notice the temperature dropping down to maybe where you want them to be at. But yeah, try that on your little crappy grill. I just have in here some leftover scraps from my last cook that I'm heating up, and I'm only going to use a small portion of those to actually start it. The more coals you have down there by your snake, the hotter you could potentially get the internal. With your small grill, I think 2 rows would be perfect. You can get anywhere from 250 to 300 with just 2 rows of coals. I don't think you'll have to do that extra top, but if you notice that it doesn't seem like it is getting that hot after about 45 minutes of you putting the lit coals on there, you can go back in and add another couple coals down the line to see if that, can't amp up the heat a little bit for you. But on that little grill, I think just 2 rows would do you good. So I thought I'd show you. I might send you a little picture once I put the slab on there. Just, make you jealous of what you're not eating.